Hello students, myself Ashish Bharadwaj. I will teach you the subject of physics. Today we will discuss about the Coulomb's law. In this law, we study that how the charged particles are interact to each other. When the two charged particles are kept nearer to each other, then they will experience a force. What will be called that force? Then now we will start our topic Coulomb's law. Okay, Coulomb's law. In 1785, year of 1785, the great scientist Charles Augustin de Coulomb discovered this law, and they described that how the charged particles are interact to each other. What is the interaction between them? They state that when the two charged particles which have the magnitude of Q1 and Q2 are separated by a distance r from each other, then they will experience a force which is called electric force. What force? Electric force. Fe. Okay. This force is directly proportional to the product of Q1 and Q2. Fe is directly proportional to Q1 and Q2, and this also inversely proportional to the square of the separation. Fe is inversely proportional to the r. Now we will write the combined equation. Fe is directly proportional to Q1 and Q2 by r square. We will remove the proportionality sign. Fe is equals to, use a constant k, Q1 Q2 by r square. This k is known as dielectric constant. K is known as dielectric constant of medium. The value of k is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is equals to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square by Coulomb square. Okay, now we will write Fe is equals to, put the value of k 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught in this equation. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by r square. Okay, we will have a new formula. Now what is epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Permittivity of free space or air. The value of epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb square by Newton meter square. Okay, now this formula is valid only when the both charges are keep in free space or air. Now if the charges are keep in any medium, then Fe equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught epsilon r q1 q2 by r square. This is valid for any medium. What is epsilon r? Epsilon r is relative permittivity of medium. Epsilon r is relative permittivity of medium. Then now for air and free space. Air and free space, the value of epsilon r is 1. Always. Then now we will put the charge particles in air, then the epsilon r is 1, then we have the formula is Fe is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. So in place of q1 and 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, we use direct the value of k 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square by Coulomb square. Okay, for numerical easiness we use this value. Okay, when two charge particles are same, means we have the electric force between two charge particles. The value of electric force is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught epsilon r q1 q2 by r square. Okay, now this is the result of Coulomb's law. Some points we will discuss now. If both charge particles have same charges, means some books say same charge, some says like charge, some or like charges. For same charges or like charges, then what will be the force? Attractive nature or repulsive nature? Then opposite or unlike charge? What will be the force by nature, attractive or repulsive? When same charges are like charges, then force is repulsive in nature. Force is repulsive in nature. When the opposite charges or unlike charges are there, then the force is attractive in nature. Which type of force? Attractive in nature. Attractive force. We will see, we are seeing that F is inversely proportional to R square. So we say that Coulomb's law follow the inverse square law. Inverse square law. Okay, when two charged particles are kept there. Then a line which is passes through the center of these charges. This force, this electric force, act along the line joining between them. So we can write this force acts along the line joining between the charges. So this is also known as centric force. Okay, now Coulomb's law obey the law of gravitation. Coulomb's law obey the Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation. But Newton's law of gravitation gives only law of attraction, while Coulomb's law gives the law of attraction as well as repulsion. Law of attraction and repulsion. Okay. Electric force gives the action reaction pair. Have action reaction pair. If both charges are same, then the repulsive force to each other. Then if the both charges are opposite, then they exert attractive force on each other. So we will call then action reaction pair. Okay. Now next point is, if there is only two charges, then we will apply the direct formula in this. If there is more than two charges, if there are more than two charges, then Coulomb's law follow the principle of superposition. Then net force on a charged particles is vector sum of f1 plus f2 plus f3 and so on. If there are more than 2 and 3 and more than many of other charges are there. Okay, so we have complete our the Coulomb's law topic theoretically, and next lecture we will discuss about the Coulomb's law on the basis of this formula, some numericals we will done. Okay, thank you.